Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a very dramatic story time of the time. It was last Halloween, so it's almost Halloween time. This video is going live in October. This was last Halloween, and when I tell you it was a shit show, it was a shit show. Like, we went on a pub crawl and it just turned bad really quick. So let's just go right into this video. So to preface this, I'll say I went with 3 other girls, and then one of the girls was in a new relationship, and it was a pub crawl. So her new boyfriend and like probably 4 or 5 of his friends, and then us 4 girls in total. So there was probably 9 or 10 of us in total going on this pub crawl together. And when I say the boys made no effort to talk to us, especially their new boyfriend made 0 effort to talk to us and like communicate with us, there was 0 effort from them. Even the boyfriend, like, you want to make a good impression on your girlfriend's friends, he made no effort to talk to us. So like I said, it was on a pub crawl. So we start at one bar, and these pub crawls started really early, like 7:30 or 8 p.m. And so we're all dressed up. There was 4 or 5 buses total, but there was so many different pub crawls going on. We got on the wrong bus, and it was so weird. We got on the wrong bus, and it took us back to this bar that we were already at, and this bar was very boring. So none of us wanted to stay at this bar. So the boys ended up going to that bar's off sale, buying some bottled beer and drinking in the back alley. Illegal, but that's what they did. They were drinking in this back alley, and they were actually drinking right in front of the off sale. And then the girl who sold it to them had to come out and tell them, like, you can't drink here. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get fined. You have to leave the premises. Like, you can't drink here. Like, she's like basically said, I don't care if you drink outside. If you want that ticket, go hard, but do not do it near the store. Which, fair, they shouldn't have been doing it at all. So we ended up deciding we were gonna take a taxi or an Uber to the bar that we were supposed to be ending at. So we start and end at the same bar, and that's the bar that we all thought we should have just stayed at. Like, the pub crawl was kind of lame, not gonna lie, but we decided we were gonna try and get back to the first bar because that's where everybody was gonna be ending. Anyway, I don't even know how to preface this. I don't remember it perfectly, but I think a taxi van just showed up. Like, we were at a bar, so that's where on Fridays and Saturdays nights, taxis kind of just show up hoping that someone's gonna need a ride at some point, because everybody does, right? So a taxi van pulls up, and we all start piling in it. There's 9 of us. I think a van can fit 6 or 7. And this taxi driver was very rude to begin with, but he's like, no, I am not letting you guys sit on the floor. No, I'm not overcrowding this van. No, no, no. He had every right to kick us out of that taxi. So us girls, we kind of just get out, and we're pissy about it, but we're like, whatever. It's not a big deal. We'll just order 2 Ubers, whatever. The boys were pissed. The boys were so much drunker than us, but they were pissed. And so we're walking away. We're going back into this alley, and one boy starts yelling at the taxi driver, saying, like, you're being dumb. Like, it's just 2 people sitting on the floor. What's the big deal? Whatever he was saying, I can't remember, but at some point, like, us girls are standing by ourselves, and then the boys were, like, behind us, like, but further back, probably 6-7 feet. 6 feet, COVID, but this was last year. Anyway, so they were, like, about, like, 6-7 feet behind us, and one boy chucks his beer bottle at the taxi. Not at the taxi driver, but at the taxi. The taxi driver was already back in the taxi, or was about to get in the taxi. And so, like, he was parked on the road, and we were here. And like I said, like, we were probably 5 feet away from the taxi, so we're here, and then the boys are even further away. And he chucks the beer bottle, hits the taxi, the bottle breaks, the taxi driver gets out of the car and starts screaming at us girls. Not at the boys, because guess what the boys did? I'll give you a second. Just guess what the boys did. They ran away. They left us girls and they ran away. I still don't know where they went. Like, we were in a back alley. There's really nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to run. They ran away. So my friend, whose boyfriend was one of the boys, was livid at this point. Where she orders an Uber, and the boys were supposed to order their own Uber. Our Uber gets there after the taxi driver is done yelling at us. Our Uber gets there. We get in our Uber. There's 4 of us girls. My friend, whose boyfriend was one of the boys, says to the driver, "Can you just wait for me for 2 minutes? I'm just going to go and see if I can find my boyfriend and his friends. Just wait for me." And so she gets out of the Uber. The 3 of us girls are still sitting in the Uber, and my one friend gets out and like starts looking for her boyfriend, who is nowhere to be found. Absolutely nowhere to be found. I don't know where they went, but there was like nowhere to hide in that alley. So maybe they got a few good blocks away. I don't know. She comes back. She's even more angry. She's phoning her boyfriend. We head off to the bar that the pub crawl was supposed to be ending at, because like we're just over it. Like, I don't even think our pub crawl was over yet, but like I said, we got on the wrong bus. So like figuring out where our pub crawl actually was, like what bar they were actually at, like we just wanted to go to the fun bar. And she's phoning her boyfriend, and I don't know how, but I am pretty sure that those boys beat us to the fun bar, like to the bar that we wanted to stay at. They beat us there. Like, I don't know where they went, if they ran. Like, we were a good 15 blocks away from where we were. I don't know. It would have been like a half-hour walk for sure. But I can't remember exactly if they did beat us or if they just got there shortly after us. But either way, my one friend was pissed at her boyfriend. The only other thing I will mention, because like the rest of the night was pretty uneventful. It was a pretty boring night. Other than the beer bottle being thrown. But his friends, so it's my friend's boyfriend's friends, his friends were making derogatory comments toward my friend, who was dating their friend, if that makes sense. So they were making, like, literally one was joking about having sex with her, one was joking about having her nudes, one was joking, like, just derogatory stuff that I can't say on YouTube. Like, derogatory, like stuff that I wouldn't even say on a bad day. And this was his humor. I'm like, you're talking about your best friend's girlfriend right now. That was very odd to me. And then the rest of the night was uneventful. Me and my one friend who was staying at my house were kind of pissed off because our friend wasn't... After the boys got back to us, she really didn't give them shit for throwing the beer bottle and basically throwing us under the bus because they ran away and the taxi driver started yelling at us. We were just kind of fed up with the night. We were fed up with the boys, fed up with the night. The pub crawl was pretty boring to begin with. And then it was just the icing on the cake. So I think me and my friend decided to leave early. We got our McNuggets or whatever the hell we were eating that night, and oh my god, I literally just looked. I have a door in my bedroom. Oh my god, I literally just looked out and I saw something move. I still have like streamers hung up from my grad party. That literally just scared the shit out of me. But yeah, it was a pretty uneventful night other than that. The bottle throwing and the derogatory jokes. So that was last Halloween, Halloween 2019. Halloween 2020 is semi-canceled because you can't dance at a bar, which I don't understand why you would go to a bar with a dance floor and just sit in booths. Like, the capacity is cut in half. Like, I don't think I'm going to a bar for Halloween this year. I think a bunch of us are just going to be having drinks at somebody's house. So, I don't know. That was last Halloween, and honestly, I could skip a Halloween party this year. I still want to dress up and drink, but like I could skip the bars this year for sure. Like that was something else. So that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you did enjoy this short little story time. It wasn't the juiciest one I have, but the most eventful Halloween for sure. So that is it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. I am posting videos every single day in the month of October, so I hope you subscribe so you never miss a video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.